My name is Johnston, and I did my research on the nasty chemical agent mustard gas and treatments for it that are coming out. Mustard gas was originally used early 20th century in World War I. It saw a lot of usage for it. From then on, it was banned because it was just so dangerous. What happens is the chemical is released, and it smells like mustard, which is why they call it mustard gas. But what it does is it gets on your skin, you breathe it in, it can cause respiratory problems, and it causes blistering of your skin. That's really, really nasty. So yeah, bad stuff. So yeah, why does this matter now? It's because not only is it extremely painful, as you can see, it feels nasty, and nasty picture there, the blistering, but it also has been seen that mustard gas has been used as well as other chemical agents in Syria, not just by the government, but also by rebels against government and other rebel fighters. So yeah, not good. So what makes mustard gas so dangerous is the fact that it's extremely soluble and can get through lipids like nothing. It can easily get into skin cells, which causes the blistering to happen, or get into skin cells where the blistering can happen as well as you breathe it in. So what happens that causes you, mustard gas to attack you is once the agent gets in you, the chlorine ion on the end splits off, and the mustard agent, the rest of it, binds a sulfonium ion, which then attacks your organelles inside your cells, which not only causes death, but also causes loads of other symptoms. So, how you measure, now when it comes to chemical agents like mustard gas, they measure it in how bad it is killer. There's different amounts that can do different things to different people. So how to measure it is in an equation, LCT50, where there is the amount of mustard gas and the time of exposure, and the 50 is the exposure that creates 50% mortality, LCT50, and the higher it is, the more dangerous it is. So the higher the LCT50, the more dangerous it is to people around there, and that's where it can kill a lot of people. So there hasn't been that much linked to treatments for mustard gas, because people haven't really cared about it until real recently, when they found it. It's being used still in these dangerous environments like Syria and Iraq, there with ISIS and other rebels that are using these agents against people. But the first one is TPA, tissue plasminogen activator, which is used usually to treat it's usually used to treat strokes, but in trials with mice, when they're exposed to mustard agents, the tissue plasminogen activator, once inserted into the mice, relieves symptoms, and although it has been used beyond this, it has relieved treatment, but you have to keep treating. You can't just let it go, because otherwise the mice will still die after 48 hours or whatever the treatment is for it. Another one is TFPI, tissue factor pathway inhibitor, which is also used for plastic bronchitis treatments, but it has also been seen to relieve symptoms of this mustard poisoning. It relieves respiratory symptoms, troubles with breathing. Both of TFPI and TPA are both inserted, not through a drug though. You have to get it injected otherwise. And the final one is an experimental drug, AEOL 10,150, or however you say it, but it's an experimental drug that they've also used. Not really too successful, but they haven't really needed to use it until real recently. But when used, it has some. Again, it can relieve symptoms, but if you don't treat it for too long, then the mice that have been So not a lot of developments in